And if you look at what advertising has been built on, it's been stealing time versus vice versa. So when I think about all the digital marketing that everybody's doing and how much of it's predicated on time stealing in a desktop environment when, I don't know if you heard, this is the only fucking way we're going to consume the internet, right? And it's happening on an everyday basis. And all those tactics don't work here. I'm fascinated by that stuff. And look, the other thing, and look, I assume this is a television shop from what I know and things. Listen, I do not understand how anybody in this room, as a common sense human being, doesn't understand that television commercials are in major friction against the market right now. People are not consuming as much television commercials as, it's so funny, all my TV creative shop friends, CEOs that I meet at things, they're like, Gary, TV consumption's through the roof. I'm like, no shit. Everybody's watching Breaking Bad, everybody's watching fucking House of Cards, and everybody's fucking watching Game of Thrones, but who the fuck is watching the commercials? Fast forwarding globally has declined last year for the first time during DVR and TiVo and those things because the new behavior, and you know this because you actually do it as a human, maybe not as a marketer and as a creative, but as a human you do, the second you're watching something and a commercial comes on, you grab this. Everybody loves to talk about live sports commercials being this great thing. I don't understand why people don't look at the most basic data, which is the singular biggest lift in Twitter activity is during global sporting events when they go to commercials. Because after something happens, you grab your phone and you want to tell everybody your opinion on LeBron James's dunk, or your opinion on that big match or that big fight or whatever you just saw. So what happens is your attention's here while some Jeep goes up the mountain over there. My friends, listen. I have no interest in coming in here and saying, what you do. I just want you to know one thing. If you go look at what happened in the 1950s to the early 60s, when the society switched from radio to television, it is an absolute preview to what's happening as we live and breathe today. This is the television, and the television is the radio. And you do it every single day. And more importantly, go walk outside and watch the 40 and 50 and 60-year-olds do it too. This is not a 13-year-old girl phenomenon. And social media, just for kicks and giggles, just to settle this fucking conversation once and for all, there's no social media. It is a slang term that somebody came up with. It's a term we use for the current state of the internet. And if you believe in this thing, just kicks and giggles, this is just data, 53% of all of our attention, 53% of all of our attention on this device, this is added up time on apps, not opinion, is spent on social networks. When you start looking at social media as the current state of the internet, where people's attention actually is, it gets a lot harder to disrespect it.
Wil jij het volgende niveau bereiken met jouw business? Ken eens op jerryvanstaveren.nl.